So I'm chatting with Phil Dunk, who is one of the team here at Vision. He was actually the first ever breakfast announcer on Vision many, many years ago. And you'll often hear Phil's dulcet tones on a Sunday morning, playing the hymns and the beautiful worship music to start the day on a Sunday, and overnights, of course. Now, Phil, I heard you share an amazing story about the Christian radio station in Papua New Guinea that we work with.
Yep.
That's part of our network. Tell us that testimony.
Well, Life FM, we were doing a life-a-thon, and we were doing it in the main street of Wewak.
Uh-huh.
And we were just standing around talking, playing the music, and then people sharing testimonies and so on.
Mm-hmm.
And this little man pushed his way through the crowd, very short little man, very old, and he said, can I talk? And so the manager said, okay, well, what's it about? And he said, well, I want to share you something about your radio. So he said, okay. So he said, I live up in, right up in the high country. And he said, I've actually, it's taken me 2 days to get here.
Mm-hmm.
A bit of walking, a bit of truck, and probably a bit of bus. And he said, I'm a pastor in a village round one side of a hill, a mountain, like a big mountain.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, my wife and I were in the house, and this lady arrived at our door. And she said, can you help me? And he said, yes, what's the problem? She said, well, I'm from a group of villages right around the other side of the mountain. And she said, I was the village prostitute. And then there was some trouble, and people were being very unkind to me. And I didn't know what to do, and I went and I locked myself in the house. And I picked up my phone, and the signal from Life FM in Wewak came through. She said, I never heard it before, I don't know how it got there. And so I listened to it, and I just thought, I've got to go somewhere where I can talk to someone. I want to be born again. I want to be saved.
Wow. Amazing.
So she came up to them and said, can you help me to get saved?
Oh, wow.
And by the time he'd finished telling us that, he was in tears himself. And he was speaking on the microphone to the people in the street who were gathered round.
Yeah.
And it was just so amazing. This poor little old guy, and he's saying, you don't realise what impact you're having there away in the middle of the jungle.
It's great. You just never know who's tuning in to
right.
Christian radio in Australia and Papua New Guinea, all around the world.
Yeah.
And that's why we do what we do. We share the good news of the gospel. We scatter the seed, and you never know where it's going to bear fruit and where it's going to be a harvest. So wonderful testimony. And Phil, I just want to honour you, mate. You've been so faithful at Vision Radio for all these years, not only here, but I know PNG and other parts of the world. You're a great man of God, and I love hearing you on the radio. Thanks for your time, mate. God bless.
Thanks you.